look at the numbers, so I know that we need to cut our emissions, global emissions, by 45% by 2030. So that's in 8 years. And if we look at the governmental commitments, like that governments have made across the world, then we are on a path to increase our emissions by 14% by 2030. So that is kind of giving us the hint of how bad we're actually doing. And I think the worst is that we don't really have control over climate change. We do have climate goals, but we already know that we are not going to meet them.
I think the key were proposition that is very simple, very straightforward, and is very interesting and compelling for people to even talk about to other people. We make you more physically active. We pay you to walk. People loved talking about us with, with their friends and relatives. Have you heard of this app? It pays you to work. What do you mean? How is that possible? Somebody can pay you for, or just go and figure it, try it for yourself. People come in, a lot of people would come in and it's like, wow, that's impossible.
Tokens actually let you fundraise on a global level much more easily. And some investors even prefer tokens to equity because liquidity and the upside potential, since we're in a very, very early in the stream. So I think that issuing the token as a means to just fundraise is not enough, because token needs to have some utility. Now, does the project necessarily need to have a token? No. But you can say the same for over 90% of the project in the space. The vast majority could have been built without a token.
This is a payouts platform enabling businesses to pay people with money, gift cards, prepaid cards, and they can even donate money to charity. So this send money worldwide to individuals, and they'll be able to choose what makes most sense for them. So it required doing two things initially. One is provide more options to recipients. I think we had just maybe ACH and PayPal. We added gift cards. Gift cards are really great as a payment option for small denominations. We added prepaid cards, Visa, MasterCard. We added charity donations so that companies could send something that was kind of in line with their brand.
I sort of have this saying, Mike, that payments are sexy again. I've been around in it for about 20 odd years, and I go back to sort of the early 2000s and late 90s, and no one really thought about payments. It wasn't a sexy industry, sort of through the mid 2000s, a lot of private equity money came into payments. The annuity types of revenue streams that come with payments, you're not sort of chasing the one-time revenue. You build a payment system and they continue to grow, and the tailwinds in payments are really positive. And sort of the evolution of that, the change in consumer experiences, and the demand from consumers to be able to do more from a payments perspective has made the industry really attractive again.
What we've tried to do is build an ecosystem of companies and make them as independent as possible at any point. So to a degree, it's almost been like a venture building studio model. So we will start in a new domain. We will bring different people from that industry, get them involved on the board, get them on the cap table of that business, and hire in staff to that business.
One of the things that I think maybe a lot of people don't understand about the payment space, especially within the ISO model, is it's really all a residual income business. And so, businesses that I signed up in 2012 are still customers, with us today. I still get a monthly residual check, on those businesses, 10 years later. And I think that concept of building up this residual income stream was something that initially was really appealing to me. But then as I got out there and started talking with, small business owners about some of the pains that they were experiencing in the market, I really felt like it was something that we could make a meaningful difference, in these business owners' lives.
We launched the company with an exclusive partnership with Major League Baseball, right? A long-term partnership. And so, Candy is a business that's set up to really focus on world-class IP and content and create officially licensed collectibles across sports, entertainment, and culture. And so starting out with partnership with Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association, and then, looking at launching our business in October with the backing of Galaxy, of Fanatics, Gary's involvement.
It's just obvious that data is a huge area where people are concerned about. And so Ocean Protocol is trying to solve that problem using Web3 technology. We see that there's a data economy that is arising right now. And we see that Web3 can be a very critical part of orchestration of kind of, kickstarting a data economy without having a middleman.
So I started companies and businesses since I'd been in school in the 90s. And then since then, I've been in the digital world. And I started several companies and then switched over to become a business angel. So I exited the company, started to invest in tech companies. And then 2013, I met my friend and co-investor Adam Draper in Silicon Valley, and we talked about Bitcoin a lot. He gave a speech at one of our dinners we had back then, and I thought that's so fascinating. It's really the technology which will change financial world and monetary systems. But as an investor, and especially during the time I'd been running a venture capital fund, which was registered, regulated,
I'm really loving a lot of the DeFi protocols that are composable and sort of build layers and layers on top of each other. I very much enjoy the curve wars. That's immense fun, what's going on in there. But if I was going to build my own protocol, I'm going to be boring. I think that boring is great in this space. I want more boring blockchain where there's no exciting news. We're just getting on with it and building businesses. So I would probably pick Ethereum over anything else, just for the fact that it seems like it's safer bet than a lot of the other protocols out there.